Hey guys, been a while since I uploaded a video, but finally got the shop built, and I'm going to be making a rack to help clean things up for jack stands and these car dollies, and I'm going to kind of go through the process of doing that. But I'm hoping that this will mount up here somewhere out of the way. I might mount it here first just to get out of the way, and then once I frame that side in, once I get all this steel moved, then move it over there above the door. That way it's just out of the way. I don't use them that much, and I plan on getting a lift. So that's going to be the project for today. So these pieces are going to be 45 inches is what I worked out to comfortably be able to put 6 Harbor Freight jack stands and still have a little bit of room. I'm not doing a 45 because I'm going to put it on this new vertical plate that I made yesterday, and just cut the joint out. I didn't feel like doing the setup and then re-squaring it when I don't think anybody's really going to be seeing this. So 45 is that way. This is the shorter end. So okay, so I figured out why the bandsaw was stopping, but I had the blade too loose, or the blade tensioner got loose. So I went ahead and just off camera just cut these, and I just slide in here, and we can see that it's not a really tight fit because I didn't want to have to slam them in there to get them in there. It's just something, you know, just to kind of hold them. And I dimensioned it so that I wouldn't need any cross support. One, to keep the weight down, because this is, I think it's 2x2 angle that I bought a really long time ago and forgot why I was going to use it. So all I got to do is get this tacked up. Okay, so I got this all welded up. I did grind the outsides. I still need to go over them with the flap wheel, and it's probably overkill, but I fully welded inside and out. I'm quite out of practice, but you know, it is what it is. I might MIG weld more often now because I need to build, you know, different things for organization and things like that. But as you can see, I mean, there's plenty of room for these to move around, you know, so you just grab a set. I'll probably have to get on a ladder, but there's more than enough, you know, I guess holding for these, so I'm not really that worried about it. I just wanted to get them up and off the floor just to tidy things up. And then the next part will be to actually flip this over. So flip it over that way, so then the jack stands will be facing like that. Kind of fashion a mount this way. I worked it out earlier, and I can fit 2 of these side by side. I don't know if I want to maybe try vertically, but side by side seemed to work earlier when I was looking at things. And hey guys, so I kind of moved things along with this project, kind of a few minutes here and there before work in the morning, but you can kind of see the overall layout. And I went ahead and I had to cut this 2x2 angle, and I know this is crooked, but this was 2x2 angle, and I cut off, I don't know, about 1/4 of an inch to get this to slide over, because it wouldn't slide over when I had it oriented like this. So, but each side will fit 2 wheel dollies, and I didn't need a whole lot of room between I guess the wheel dolly mount and where the jack stands are going to sit. So I'm going to weld on a little tab right here, just in case, just to make it a little more difficult, or I shouldn't say difficult, but just to make it a little bit safer, just in case it gets caught up there. It won't come sliding off. And I only welded up to 2 sides, and there's no welds on the back. I may use the TIG welder and just fusion weld it, and both sides are like that. And then of course I welded that joint up too. Looks like I actually missed a weld this morning, but I still need to drill the holes, and this is my 16 on center mark right here. So I'm going to transfer that to the back side so that I can get a lag bolt, one here and then one on this upright. That's why I didn't turn it into a V and weld it on that way, just because it's easier to drill this way. So I'm gonna do that. Okay, so I got the holes drilled, and I'm only gonna use 2 for now. There shouldn't be a need to use 6. I bought 6 because they were cheap, so I'm just letting the primer dry, and then I'll get it mounted on the wall and get everything in it. I'm just gonna prime it for now, because I don't know what I'm gonna do, a machine gray, or if I'm just gonna paint it black. I'll wait until after I get the drywall up before I decide on that. I may just paint it whatever color the wall is. So I'll update once I get it installed. Thanks. Alright, so here's a finished result. It's high enough up off the ground that it won't be in the way. I'll probably have to move that metal pegboard right there, possibly. Maybe move it a little bit lower. We'll see what it looks like. This isn't the final place for it, but I did notice when I was installing it that this could use some bracing. Not really sure where to put bracing for it, but it's kind of, I think it'll be alright. So I'm going to get it loaded up and then show you the final results. Alright, so got the jack stands loaded, and it looks like it clears the pegboard, so I won't have to move that down. I need to actually install it. But so these can't come off for whatever the reason. There's some reason why they're going to slide off. If I get something caught underneath here, it'll actually bind and prevent that from pulling off. So that's kind of what I was going for safety, just because this is so high, because you can kind of see that it's kind of up here. I have 12 foot to the top of that bottom truss beam that goes across. So, and I know that these I built these walls out to about, I think it was 10 feet, so that I could have a good 2 feet of storage going all the way across. So, and then I still have 5 more of these walls to do, and then another 8 walls over there. So I'm just doing it a little bit at a time, since lumber's not that cheap. But you can see all the jack stands fit. There is a little bit of, I guess, wobble with everything loaded. So I may figure out how to add some bracing. I'm not really quite sure, but maybe I'll add a brace over here and just use a drywall anchor and do the same. I don't think it really matters that much, unless we have an earthquake, I guess, but we're not really in an area that has a lot of earthquakes. But so yeah, so that's that project finished for organization. So now I think the next one's going to be a materials rack, and that's going to be mobile, and I'm not sure if I'm going to build it to handle 8-foot sheets, or if I'm just going to build it 4 foot and let whatever hangs off, 2 foot on each side hang off of an 8-foot sheet. But just thought I would do a quick project video, and thanks for watching.